Hi, this is Joe from Encodian. In this video, we're going to explore how we can evaluate whether a PDF document contains a text layer so that we can decide whether we want to perform OCR or not. So if we look at this existing flow, we've got a SharePoint trigger that's got a trigger condition to say if a PDF file is created in a SharePoint library, being this one, then we want to go and get the file, OCR it, and then we'll update the original file. So you can see here that we're passing in the identifier from the trigger, and we're passing in the file content. So this is fine, and this will work absolutely okay. The problem is that this is going to OCR every single PDF document that gets added to this library. And if you've got a scenario where you potentially got a mix of some documents that have been OCR'd previously and some that haven't, that's a problem because you don't want to be OCRing documents that have already been OCR'd. So what we can do, we can use another encoding action to check whether the contained document has a text layer. So what we'll do, we're going to drop in another action here, and we'll just go Encodian, and let's just jump into here, and let's just do get PDF, and we've got it here. Get PDF document information is the one we're after. We're going to do fairly straightforward stuff. We're going to give the file name and extension. We're going to pass in the file content, and we don't need to do anything with advanced options. That's absolutely fine. Now, what this action will return is information about the PDF document. You can go and check out the support portal for the full documentation for what gets returned, but it's fairly self-explanatory. What I'm now going to do, I'm going to add a condition. And in the condition, I'm going to check one of the properties returned by get PDF document information. And what I'm going to check is has text layer. So if I can find it down the bottom, here we go. So this property is a true or false, so a Boolean value that says whether the PDF document that's been evaluated has a text layer or not. So we're going to say if the text layer, apologies, is equal to false, then that means that it doesn't contain a text layer, and therefore we need to OCR it. So we can just simply take these documents now and pop them into there. Sorry, these documents, these actions even. And what I can also do is I can just pop a terminate action in here and just say that we can terminate that as succeeded. Okay, so really quickly, okay, yes, we've used an extra action, encoding action to do an evaluation, but actually computationally we're going to save a lot of resource because we're only going to OCR those documents that now need to be OCR'd. So what I'll do, I'll save this, and I'm going to drop two files into the SharePoint library. And we'll see what impact that has. I'm going to drop one in that doesn't have a text layer and one that does. So let's just drop these in. So those two documents should individually trigger this flow. And what I'm just going to do, I'll jump back to flow and we'll go to the run history, and we'll be able to see those runs as they come through. So we'll just wait for those to update and fire. Okay, so we can see those two flows are fired now. So we've got one that's run at 13 seconds and one at 53. So let's just open these up. So we've got the first one that's run here, and we'll have a quick look once that's loaded. We'll just check the second one's loading as well. Power Automate's been a little bit slow this morning. So here we go. So the first one's happened, get PDF document information. And if we want to check the outputs, we can, but we can see here that the text layer, I should imagine, comes back as false, which it has. Sorry, true. So this file contains a text layer, so therefore the flow would have just simply been terminated because we didn't need to do anything. OCR hasn't been performed, whereas the other document, the text layer would have been false, so OCRing has happened to that document or been performed even. Let's just double check that, so you can see here that we've got has text layer equals false, so therefore the document's been OCR'd. So super simple. Again, if you need to, before you perform OCR, if you want to just check whether you need to do it, use get PDF document information action. You can evaluate the property has text layer, and if it's equal to false, then you can perform OCR. If you have any other further questions or queries, you can visit support.encodian.com or simply email support@encodian.com.